Aha. Well, there's no mistaking it. Let's take a look. This is the memorial I was looking for, set aside from the main building. And I decided to go up close. Because if you're going to sit in front of something that other people will want to see and photograph and film, you know, you can hardly complain, can you? Don't know if I'll be able to film in here or even if it will be practical. Opening hours. Monday it is open, so it's one of those few museums which you can visit. Tuesday it's closed though, otherwise open all the other days of the week. Main exhibition downstairs. They're showing up well on the camera so far. POLIN in Hebrew means rest here.
Od chwili urodzenia, czy będzie płci męskiej czy żeńskiej. Jeżeli mężowi urodzą się 2 lub 3 córki,
Well, now, I've just come out of the museum and yeah, it's pretty heavy going, obviously, because a lot of the Jewish history in Poland is quite horrendous, particularly in the times which we've lived in relatively recently. Our parents and grandparents have lived through. I stopped filming before we reached the 20th century, and even then I realised that the poor lighting in much of the exhibition really was like in so many museums, just preventing me being able to capture much half decent quality footage, and it also did impact on my enjoyment of the experience. Better come here yourself for the experience. But it's heavy going. Next from here, Umschlagplatz, which you'll learn from the museum is basically the gathering place, the bringing together of the Jewish people who were about to be deported, sent to, in theory, on trains, a relocation zone. Hello, pupster. Can you say hello? Of course you are. Yes, the Umschlagplatz, where Jews were brought by order of the Jewish Council, who basically had little or no choice but to go along with the order from the Germans. Polish police, Jewish police, and of course the German heavy military presence as well. The Jewish people were allowed to bring certain items with them, which of course were going to be taken from them before they were murdered in a concentration camp in Majdanek or Belsen or wherever they got sent to. Auschwitz, of course, being the famous concentration camp in Poland. But there were numerous others. Yeah, I'm left feeling a little drained. Not a great deal of sleep last night. I mentioned the return of the stomach pains, and I had a little bit in the museum just briefly as well. So I'm not sure whether the best policy now, what I've adopted in the past sometimes, is just sort of starvation. Don't eat anything, and the stomach seems to appreciate not eating anything, which may seem ridiculous, and obviously you can't get by forever doing that. But if my stomach issue is going to become a prominent recurring problem in the coming days and weeks ahead, yeah, I might need to take some action right now. I think we can go straight up this street ahead called Karmelitska, if indeed it is Karmelitska. I think it is. According to the map I'm holding, it's directly over there that we should be looking for trace evidence of the loading area where Jews were gathered, told they were going to be relocated somewhere in the east, and the journey would take about 3 days. But of course we know, and perhaps they suspected even at the time, they weren't going to any kind of a promised land. They were heading to concentration camps. The rail track's long since gone. And I don't think actually we need to get any closer, do we? Forgot to tell you, came out of Arcadia, where inside there's a huge Carrefour supermarket, and struck lucky again. Not one, but 2 cooked chicken legs together cost a total of 4 zloty and a few groszy. Approximately €1 for 2 cooked chicken legs. And a bag of cornflakes, 250 gram bag of cornflakes, for less than 4 zloty. So less than €1 for a bag of cornflakes. Poland, food price wise, for me, is cheaper than Lithuania, Latvia or Estonia. So yeah, could save a bit of money hanging around in Poland for a while, just based on those simple factors, you know. Who wouldn't want to stick around in Poland for a while anyway? Here we have a big enclosed space where once stood Pawiak prison. They have concerts here now, hard to believe, isn't it? And all sorts of other things I was just looking at on a notice board, or a series of notice boards, all in Polish only. Can't get the real history of it unless you're going to check it out online, which I'm not going to, I don't think. But if you're interested, it's up to you. And you might be interested to find out what the current schedule of events might be taking place here. Memorial concerts, I'm assuming, rather than techno raves, but of course I could be completely wrong. Why not Google it? Try your luck. Or find yourself coming around this side of the space, and in English we can read, "Here stood a building of the Tsarist prison known as Pawiak. Erected between 1830 and 1836, it was built to the design and under the supervision of Henryk Marconi." Any relation, I wonder? During the World War II, it was a political prison of the Gestapo, which held here approximately 100,000 prisoners. Crikey. Both members of the conspiracy and regular citizens. Destroyed by Germans during the Warsaw Uprising on the 21st of August 1944. Only a pillar of the entry gate and pieces of the walls of the former Department 7 remained. The museum was opened on the 28th of November 1965. So there's actually a museum somewhere. And on that note, I think I'm going to say Wiedersehen. What else can I say? Adieu. Until the next time, na razie. All those things and more. I'm exhausted. I really need to get back to the ranch. I get a shower, eat a cooked chicken leg, have some more peppermint tea, and just take it easy. I want to be fresh for tomorrow morning because I'm meeting another Polish friend, and guess what? We're going to that place, Pożegnanie z Africa, the Out of Africa place, which I mentioned from the main drag entering the new town from the old town. hopefully it won't disappoint. As for now, it's over and out. If you've enjoyed my trail of woe today, which has been, I admit, quite heavy going, feel free to give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already and you're feeling inclined to subscribe. Somebody might. Doesn't hurt asking, does it? Ciao for now. And goodbye from Pawiak Prison in Warsaw. La bella Polonia.